Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, party people. It is the Brink of Sanity, episode 218. Yes. How you doing, Mark?
Good. This is the first live show we're having where you can see me, not just Jay. So I'm going to dance the whole show. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Non-stop dance party.
Dance it. Yeah.
We decided we're just going to do a visual-only show today. So it's
Yes.
really going to suck on iTunes.
The best part of the live show, Jay told nobody that we were doing a live show. So perfect. No one's going to be in the chat room. This is a waste of...
Well, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, so I figured it'd be a good test run.
The best part of the Brink show, we're never sure it's going to work.
Yeah.
So Jay, can you see what I'm holding?
You are holding a bracelet?
Yes. Okay, let's play again. Jay, what am I holding now?
I don't know. The magazine, the newspaper?
Yes. This is crazy. Jay
Yeah.
can see me. I can see him. I see in his picture. We haven't done this before, even though the technology has been there for years, because, my internet was not very fast in Manhattan, but now I'm in Port Washington or Long Island, sorry, and it is faster. So I see behind Jay. I see he lives in a messy, messy home.
I do, yes.
What's going on back there?
Mm,
What's on the two chairs?
some hangers and a bag.
Honey, let's get two chairs and we can put them in the back and we can put boxes on them.
Yeah.
What were those chairs used for prior to this?
That's for all the live guests that we have in the studio.
Those look like bar stools. Do you have a bar?
No.
Why do you have bar stools?
I don't know. I don't put half the shit in the apartment.
Okay, I'm just going to go through your entire apartment. Can we pan through your apartment and let me rip on things in your apartment? Even though I've been there, I want to rip on things now.
You think that I have the technology to move my camera around. That's hilarious.
What's in the back of your door?
It took me 7.5 years to get this live cam show working. You think I can move the camera around?
By the way, your headphones look awesome.
Thank you. They
You
sound
wear those on the
amazing.
subway and ladies just like drop to their knees.
They're like, you have a good taste in sound quality because they are not Beats.
You have good taste in sound quality. I'm taking off my clothes right now. So what's that bag on the back of the door? I'm going to comment on things. I'm going to make this a show so hard to follow if you're just listening to it. On the back of your door, behind you, Jay.
The back of my door?
Yeah, what's that bag?
I don't know. Let's do something else.
Jay, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on doing any digital kidnapping?
What is that?
Digital. I can tell you're a digital kidnapper.
I don't even know what a digital kidnapper is.
Well, it's a new trend. It's when strangers steal baby photos and repost them across the internet. Are you going to steal photos of my kids and repost them elsewhere?
No.
This is a growing trend. Sometimes these virtual photo thieves will pass the snapshots off as their own, but other times it goes one step further. On Instagram, for example, accounts are being set up specifically to encourage others to join in an on-adoption role-playing game, inventing new identities for each child and inviting users to chime in.
Huh.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Anyway, so Jay, this is when I tell you I've stolen your baby pictures, and for years, I've been playing Little Jay. He has a whole life online. He's more successful than you are. Sorry.
That is disturbing.
Well, Little Jay's podcast is much more popular.
All right. Well, as long as it helps our numbers.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
This is kind of weird, huh?
It's a little weird. And we were one person joined the room, and of course we're having audio problems. But I think I just fixed them. So now I'm gonna drink a beer, and we could get into the show.
Do you want to hear more about digital kidnapping?
No. Let's do a different topic.
Okay, another topic. I'm gonna send you this link. I just found it hilarious.
Okay.
This is going to be really helpful for the show. I'll be sending you links. But just take a look at this girl. Take a look at this girl, and tell me, if you had a kid, do you think your significant other would have this woman as your nanny? This was Ben Affleck's nanny. Shortly after having her as his nanny, Jennifer Garner filed for divorce. I just found this really hilarious because look at this girl.
Yeah, that's
When you hire a 28-year-old girl who's this hot for your nanny, you're freely admitting our marriage is over.
yeah, that's pretty much the hottest nanny I've ever seen.
Hottest nanny I've ever seen. I cannot imagine the wife here being Jennifer Garner was like, oh, this is a good idea. This will make my marriage stronger.
Yeah, that sounds like one of the worst plans ever. You want like a fat older nanny.
The best part is, well, maybe if you're not into your marriage, you want this one.
Well, how
But,
does your nanny look?
What? She is old.
Hmm.
She is pretty much the exact opposite of this girl.
That's smart.
The best, I guess, the end of the marriage. Not that we talked that much entertainment stuff. The end of the marriage was she went on a trip with Ben Affleck without the kid, which is what nannies normally do: is go on trips without the kid.
And the wife saw nothing wrong with that.
I didn't read the article very closely, but I don't think I think this was kind of led towards the downfall.
Yeah, I think that would do it.
Yeah, I just found this hilarious. 'Cause I just saw the article. I was just scrolling through. And I'm like, this is really a nanny.
Huh.
What's your qualifications? I'll end your marriage. Okay, perfect. You're hired. And my last news story of the week. I have one more news story for you. So have you heard about what Coca-Cola's been doing?
No.
Besides making poison for people to drink, they have been funding scientists who have been shifting the blame for obesity away from bad diets and saying it's not about your diet, it's about exercise. Any issue with Coca-Cola paying for these scientists to do this?
Did they have the same scientists as McDonald's?
Probably. I'm sure McDonald's is sending them like thank you mail. But basically the whole thing is that like if you want to lose weight, don't worry about your diet. Worry about exercise. Forget about the fact that that soda you're drinking is probably killing you, and and whatever exercise you're doing is not going to make up for that.
Right.
So I was thinking that would be great. I know Coca-Cola, many executives from the company listen to our show, and I had some other ideas for them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So because their sales have been slipping, people are moving away from drinking sugary beverages. So here's some other ideas for marketing campaigns.
Okay.
So first, everyone wants to live to being old. They should do an entire commercial. So they should do an entire ad campaign talking about how much it sucks to be like 70 or 80 years old. Like show the people's lives at 80 years old and go, do you really want this? Drink Coke.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Like no one wants to be 70. Those 70 plus those years just suck anyhow. Live life when you're young and you'll die before then.
That could work, yeah.
Okay. Also, show people that are fat and happy and people who are thin and not happy. Because usually you're thin, you have to exercise, you have to try to keep up your image. If you just go fat, you can just eat whatever you want and just be happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then
basically the fuck it, drink Coke campaign.
I love how these people hire their own scientists to make the studies.
I love how you pretty much, if you have enough money, you can create whatever study you want. And the quote scientists will be like, whatever. You're going to pay me what? I will say Coca-Cola is a vegetable.
I'm still hearing that. Oh, I see. Wait.
What are you doing? What's going on?
Okay. I'm almost positive that I fixed. Apparently, the live room didn't have my audio in it, but now I think it does.
The show doesn't need your audio, Jay. We should just leave your audio out.
Okay, if the audio doesn't work in the live show, it's taking me out of the game right now, so I'm gonna just if that fixed it, awesome. And,
Is there anyone in the live room that even
okay,
comment on this?
it's fixed. It's fixed. Yes, I have one person in there telling me about all my technical not workings, however you want to call it.
You know, it'd be great if it's like your mom. She's just like, Jay, did you screwing this up also, Jay? Just like your life, Jay.
Jay, I'm in my 60s and I could figure this shit out. How can you not?
Jay, it's the first 50 years of my life, there was no such thing as email, and I know how to do this. Hashtag my son sucks at technology.
All right, so we did it. 7 years later, we got it going.
Awesome.
Yes.
And yeah, we're talking about Coca-Cola and them promoting. Well, they can hear me anyhow. The other thing I was going to talk about is with Coca-Cola is you do a whole ad campaign about how awesome it is to go to the hospital. Getting diabetes rock. You know, like what a nurse is? It's like having your own personal butler.
They just hand out pamphlets about how underrated diabetes is.
Exactly. You get fat enough, you get just a bad enough condition, you're going to have ladies, maybe some attractive nurses, washing your genitals in the hospital.
I mean, some people have 2 feet, but you can't hop nearly as well with 2 feet.
Like they say, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. 3 Cokes a day will guarantee an old nurse will wash your genitals.
Everyone loves having their genitals washed by strangers.
Exactly. It's a reason to drink Coca-Cola. They need to come up with better reasons, basically.
Right. Yeah.
And they should be like, are you a white lady that wants badonkadonk? Drink Coca-Cola. All the benefits of Coca-Cola. So
Yeah.
What else is going on with you, Jay?
I'm just trying to get over the fact that Target removed the boys and girls sign in the toy section of Target.
I heard about but they did it for toys, right? Not for clothes.
Right. So now I'm assuming you have this problem now. You go to Target and you're like, what toy do I get for my son? Because there's no sign now.
I don't have that problem because you get a car for your son and a doll for your daughter. And if you want to get the doll for your son, who gives a shit? I don't know what magic technology you have over there.
I told you I was going to...
Just record. Hit record now.
I am recording now, but I told you I was going to play back the recording to see if it was recording okay.
What's
and then
that
you asked
bag
me if I was
behind you, Jay?
recording that.
Jay, I'm looking behind you. What's that bag?
This
Where'd you go shopping?
Why do I even do these things?
Please, if you're in the live room and there's one person, continually to troll Jay the rest of the show. Tell him the audio is not working, no matter how well it's working. Torture him. After the show is over, we'll give you his home phone number. Just call him and tell him it's still not working.
Okay. All right. Back to the show.
Back to the show.
Apparently, Mark is just going to perpetually echo.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
great. Jay, what do you think a sign that says training blind persons means?
Training blind persons?
There is a sign a few blocks from here where I live now where it says training blind person, or maybe training blind people. It's like you know a sign that says deer crossing?
Yeah.
Mine says training blind people.
Training blind people. I guess that
I don't have an answer for you. I'm just asking.
Braille?
It's a street sign.
Is there Braille below it?
Duh. Well, I haven't stopped my car to figure that out.
Wouldn't that be the worst? Well, I guess you wouldn't really be driving if you were blind.
The stop signs in Braille, highly ineffective for the blind drivers. Worst highway campaign ever.
You have to get out at every single corner and go out and rub the sign for the Braille instructions.
Yeah, the guy who came up with that campaign was fired really fast when he was promoting blind people to drive. That yellow, you have to read the yellow light really fast in Braille. I don't know what training blind. I've never heard of it. It's a road I drive on a lot here. I've yet to hit a blind person. I don't think I've seen a blind person I've had a dodge with my car. But it makes me think maybe blind people will be randomly throughout the street and have to they're like traffic cones.
You have to get out and constantly rub the traffic sign till it hits green and then run back in your car.
No. I mean, like the blind people are going to be wandering the street, not knowing where to go, and you have to drive around them.
Oh,
Oh
maybe
no, another blind person. Oh, another blind person.
maybe they're getting trained on how to not get hit by cars.
You get it's like a moving violation if you hit one of them, or is it like homicide?
I guess it depends if they were in the crosswalk or not.
Let's break this down. Jay, you know why I pulled you over today?
I have no idea, officer.
Listen, sir. Listen. What's that bag in your car?
Is that why you pulled me over?
I'm just curious. Don't you talk back to me, young man.
I don't see the relevancy of
What's in the bag?
podcasting equipment.
You podcast.
I do.
Sad sack of shit.
Yeah, I don't get out much.
Did you? Okay. You were driving over the back there. Did you not read the sign?
Yeah, it said something about training blind people.
Why is there a blind person on your hood right now?
Where?
On your hood right now, there's a blind person laying on your car.
I don't see anything on my hood.
You do you not understand? You're supposed to not hit these blind people.
Oh, the person on my hood.
Yes.
Uh,
Is this what the life is like as a podcaster? Hitting blind people.
no, not you. That's not usually
Where
our
are you in a hurry
topic.
to, sir?
We only talked
Where are you
about
driving? Where are you driving to, sir?
to my apartment because I'm late to record our first live podcast with echoes.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now. I'm gonna shove my nightstick up your ass.
End scene.
I don't know where that was going. Yeah. So I don't know what that means. I don't know who to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I never see I can't. Do you think I should pull over and stop at someone's house and not ring the doorbell? Because it's a neighborhood. It's not like there's businesses there. It's just a neighborhood. Maybe a lot of blind people live in the area.
Maybe it's just one.
Maybe every time a blind person moves into a new neighborhood, you have to put that sign up.
They have to spend $100,000 on signs to taste the area.
Okay, Tom lives here. Fuck it. There goes our budget. Kids aren't going to learn to read this year.
Looks like cutting the music program again, folks.
No football team because Tom has to live in our neighborhood.
Blind man Tom ruining it for all the kids.
Yeah. You have to flaunt your non-sight.
Yeah, we were talking about toys at Target.
Yeah. So do you think the blind person has an issue with the sign? I've been to Target a number of times.
Yeah.
I've never even seen a sign that says boys and girls toys. I don't think there was actually a sign to begin with.
Maybe they were just trolling to see how many Republicans they could get angry.
I really think I've been through these toy sections. I have kids. I don't think there was actually, you could see there's some girl toys and some boy toys based on our our perceived gender roles, but I've never seen anything that says boys and girls toys.
Don't you just take your kid to the toy section and you walk up and down it till he points to something he wants? Isn't that how it's been done since forever?
Here's what I do with toys. This is actually what I do.
Okay.
So most of the toys are just gifts. Every stupid holiday, every like the Hanukkah or Christmas, whatever, and their birthdays, you have some party, people come over and give them a shitload of gifts, the toys they're never going to play with, and that's all the toys you really have. The toy store is where I go to kill time. I spend an hour there where my son just plays with the toys I have no interest in ever buying. And when he asks me hey, Dad, can I get this? I don't have any money. Sorry. I should have brought money. I'll bring money next time. So basically we just use that, the toy store is just a place that we go to play.
Okay. Why not?
So that's what I really use it for. I don't actually ever plan to ever really buy it. And I convinced him that I always forget to bring money.
Seems reasonable.
I think this may not go very much long. He's 4 years old now, so I don't think this gig is going to go very much longer. But I don't know. It's the toys. They don't play with any of the toys you get. Basically, it's kind of you'll be at the kid's birthday. People opening all these toys. You'll be like, another piece of shit that's going to be 8 million pieces going to be scattered among my house. I want to throw it out now. He's just going to take it, open it, throw it everywhere, and never look at it again.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically what they do with the toys.
So InfoWars posted an article on the signage removage.
Oh, let me try to figure this out.
Okay, so you could come up with a comment that's crazier than a real comment that was posted on the site.
Okay.
This one's pretty crazy. So
Okay. Target in has joined forces with China to make all our kids Nancy boys, so they can eventually take over our country.
ooh, that's pretty good.
Nailed it.
So this one, real comment. It is linked to the tyrannical subversion of the most fundamental truth about mankind for the purposes of eugenicist elites who seek to enslave the population.
Why is the moron able to have a sentence that sounds a lot better than mine? He uses big words. I feel like a complete idiot.
But that was all about removing a boys and girls sign in the toy section of Target.
I understand maybe. Well, first off, there are no signs, so it doesn't even really matter. But I get maybe if your issue was like boys and girls clothes because your son suddenly started wearing a bra. I don't know.
You know what they have to do? I think the people at Infowars must have like an Infowars posting word generator because they all have these random like eugenics tyranny like it must just be like comment section Mad Libs.
Okay, so let's see if we can come up with our own Infowars headlines. I'm going to look at the New York Times now. It says, after talks, U.S. to pull Patriot missiles from Turkey. What's the Infowars headline?
Obama's guaranteeing World War III by weakening the triumvirate powers in the Middle East.
I'm going to go with Obama finally admits the existence of Turkey and missiles are hoaxes.
Didn't I send you a really good one?
You may have.
This week. It was like a real article where they posted something. They posted an image on the Empire State Building.
That was weird. Yeah. What was the image about Earth, Mother Earth, and they called it Satan?
Yes, they posted an Indian goddess who I guess, there's something where like she sacrifices people. I don't know. Basically, they posted this Indian goddess on the Empire State Building to raise awareness for the environment. And then InfoWars posted about the same exact incident saying demonic Satanist images being worshipped in New York. Because that's what they do.
Let me tell you about my car buying experience, Jay.
Oh, you bought a car.
I'm just going to move on from this. So we have one car. We're looking for a second car. We're going to buy it soon. Anyhow, I've been looking at Subaru. And I want to tell you about my experience with Subaru, which I think is such a shitty company.
Okay.
I'm not getting a Subaru. So one of the places that Subaru, the claim is you go there and they go, you know what? Subarus are so in demand. We don't have any. We wish we only have one left. We wish we could make enough. I lose $2 million of business each year because we cannot produce enough Subarus. People come in here and they want them, and we can't sell them because we're Subaru. I'm like, well, I don't understand. You're a car company. People are coming here asking for your car. Yeah, they become so popular, we can't produce enough. Well, if you're losing $2 million in business, why don't you guys take that $2 million and make more cars? I don't know. The factories, we can't. People want them so bad. I mean, like the demand is we're a small car company. I don't know if you're. Why can't you sell? The place it says Subaru. Why can't you sell me a damn car?
Why are you so set on buying a Subaru?
I heard good things about the car. Anyway, so I go to another Subaru dealer. I'm like, I want the Subaru Legacy.
Oh, you really wanted a Subaru.
I wanted a Subaru, and he's like, oh, you know what? That's a hot car. We only have one left. I'm like, okay. So he starts talking to me a little bit. He's like, okay, so what color are you thinking of? Well, you said you have one left. What color's the one left? Oh, it's red. Okay. What features are you looking for in your car? You said you have one car left. What features does the car have?
I think I'm sensing some plot holes in his story.
Oh, it was just like he was asking me these questions. Like I'm like, what choice? Why are you giving me choices? You said you have one fucking car available, asshole.
So, did you find out he was lying, or was he just stupid?
I don't fucking. Well, I I think there might have been one car. I don't even know. I think they pretend there's always one car available, and they just tell you this. They may have to make up like a fake car, and that's the car available, and they see if you buy it.
Maybe it's one of
And-
those things where like you say what you want, and you're like, you're in luck. That's exactly the feature that our one car has.
He's like, the lease will be $350 a month. That's a little expensive. $340. It's still about $330. What the fuck's going on?
Why?
Manager comes over. I never come over. Don't you come over to like every sale? Well, anyhow, we really want your business. Can't go any lower than $330. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Well, we can go a little lower.
It's so shady.
I'm like, well, the other place said they do $317. Well, this one, this version has a moonroof. Who gives a shit about a moonroof? Well, I can't sell you for $317. The other car you're talking about didn't have a moonroof. Then just, you know what? How's this? Why don't you cover up the moonroof and we'll pretend there wasn't that one? I promise not to open it, okay?
What is a moonroof?
I don't know why does anyone ever want a moonroof?
I don't even know what a moonroof is.
It's just the little window on the roof that opens up and closes.
Oh, the thing you use the first day you get the car and then never again ever.
No, my parents had moonroofs on their cars growing up, and exactly. You used it once, you were like, oh, cool, the roof opens. You'll never. It's not like it blows extra air in the car. I guess
Right.
in a tornado, you might get more air or like a hurricane, more air by opening up the moonroof. It's like, oh, hey, I don't have a convertible, but I have a hole in my ceiling. It's the next best thing. Okay.
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay. Anyhow, so car buying has sucked. Then I went to Nissan, and we discussed the car, and spent 3 hours there to find out they didn't have the car. I'm like, I'm like, the one thing I need is I need a dark interior. I need a car soon. I need a dark interior. They're like, okay, we don't have that.
Wait, they didn't have the one car they told you they had?
The guy, he's like, okay, at the end, we're like, we have tons of them. We're just going to walk the parking lot. We got a bunch dropped off. I'm sure we have it. And I was like, I can't believe I wasted 3 hours there.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Anyhow, I'm not getting a Nissan either. Also, I had a question. What's the point of an emergency brake?
Isn't that when like you park on a really steep hill and you do that so your car doesn't just start rolling?
That I'm a car owner. I do have actually one Nissan. Now I'm going to get a Honda. Whatever. It's all the same shit. All I've noticed is the emergency brake means I can drive slower.
Why? Because you forget to take it off?
I forgot to take it off, and I'm like, why is my car not going that fast?
That's so
It's the
bad for your
emergency-
car.
I know it. It's not like I'm not doing it on purpose, but it's not the emergency brake. It's the emergency slow you down slightly. Why
Yeah,
is
that's
it,
true. It doesn't even really like stop the car.
if it's going to call it an emergency brake, it should actually stop the car.
Yeah, it kind of just ruins your transmission. Or something on the car. I don't know. I'm not a car. I'm sure it ruins something on the car.
It's not good for your car.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
say 9 out of 10 auto experts say you shouldn't drive with the emergency brake on. It shouldn't even be a possibility.
And that 10th one works for InfoWars.
Yes. Yeah, the 10th one says Obama's trying to enslave us all with emergency brakes.
Just part of population control for eugenics and tyranny.
You know what I did today? My in the further of this losing my mind. So I'm taking the kids to the beach today. And so I always open the door for my son. He gets in, straps himself into the car seat. Then I put my daughter in. And then I get in the car, going to drive away. And my son's like, he's like, Daddy, my door's open. What? And oh, fuck. I almost drove away with my son not strapped in and the door open.
You sound like one of the worst drivers of all time.
I've never got into an accident.
Well, that
But
sounds like a miracle to me.
my brain no longer works though. You've never started your car and tried to drive away with the not with the door open with your kid, but with your emergency brake on.
No.
You've never forgotten to take that off.
Well, probably because my first car didn't have an emergency brake.
Well, la di da da there.
My first car was a '76 Chevy, so I don't think there even was an emergency brake.
Is that like part of a song? Took the levee to the '76 Chevy.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You want to read an email?
Oh yeah.
All right, Lorenzo writes, our email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Hi, guys. I have an actual would you rather that a few females I know have with their husbands. Assume you have a wife and 2 little kids. I know it's a big stretch for you, Mark.
Yes, nailed it.
A, work in a meaningful job paying $70,000 a year. The job is 10-minute drive to your house in the suburbs, and parking is free and easy to find. B, work in a meaningful job in a major city paying $150,000 a year. The job involves 2 hours travel each way on the train, as parking is really expensive. Houses, apartments in the city are also expensive, so you live in the same house as in Part A. So you would probably leave before your kids wake up and get home after they are in bed each day.
So would you like to make twice as much not to see your family?
Right.
And travel 2 hours each way?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with A. A sounds better. Jay?
Yeah, I would go with A, too. Lorenzo writes, I was on the path to B before I met my wife. Used to work my ass off, which I didn't mind, but she bitched and moaned so much about my work hours that I've now settled for A, which is sort of great besides the obvious reasons. Every time she complains we don't have a fancy car, house, holiday, I can hit her with the, well, honey, at least you have me.
Oh. That probably saves your marriage.
Yeah. And Frankie writes, what do you guys think of Cam Fossum? I don't know if he could really box, but he is awesome. I don't know who Cam Fossum is.
I noticed the theme of our show is that people say, what do you think of? And we never know who the person's talking about.
I thought you were messing with me this weekend when you were sending me pictures of the superheroes on your son's wall.
Yeah.
How did you not know? You saw the Avengers movie, right?
No.
Oh, you did?
I saw the first 20 minutes and I turned it off. We talked about it in the show. I got bored and turned it off.
Okay.
Which is like blasphemy. It's basically like telling like a super Christian, the Bible kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
It's like the entire movie I was wrecked.
That makes a little more sense then. Okay.
No, so my son is really into did you post it on Instagram?
I did, yeah.
Oh, sweet. So my son is really into superheroes, so I got a bunch of like superhero decals, which instead of stickers, basically decals come off the wall, so you don't have to like ruin the walls.
So we are at the brink of sanity on Instagram. People were asking to see the picture Mark was talking about from last episode, so it's up there.
Oh yeah, so I posted the Avengers picture, and then now it's all throughout the walls. There's lots of like smaller versions of the characters. So I know the major ones. I know Wolverine. I know Batman. Batman's not a. I'm pretty sure Batman's not an Avenger. But is Spider-Man an Avenger? I guess.
Spider-Man was an Avenger at one point, but everyone has been an Avenger.
He's an Avenger.
Everyone's been an Avenger
yes
at some point.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like there's like a. Is there a governing body? Jay's like, you know what? I'm going to get Spider-Man kicked out. There's the Hulk, whatever. So he has them all throughout his wall, and there are a couple of them. He's like, "Daddy, who's that?" And I'm like, I have no idea. Daddy, who's that? And I don't know how to Google a picture to figure it out. So I'm trying to look it up. Then I'm like, oh, wait, I do a podcast with a comic book expert. So I figure he'll just answer these questions. And Jay thinks I'm trolling him with the questions. Because I'm saying I'm like, here's a picture. Who's this? Who's a picture? Who's this? But the answer's not like, oh, who's this? Captain America. It's like, who's this? Hawkeye. And
Well, I thought you saw the Avengers, and the poster said the Avengers. And it had Hawkeye and the Black Widow were the two you didn't know. And I'm like, well, if you saw the movie, then that's pretty stupid. But you said you turned it off, so that makes more sense.
yeah, and the other ones were like Cyclops. What was the other one you said?
Cyclops is like the most famous X-Men of all time. I don't get how you don't know Cyclops. You saw the X-Men movie, too.
What?
Right?
What do you say?
You saw any X-Men movie?
Yeah, no, I've seen I saw at least one of them.
How
The
do you-
Cyclops. Wait, are the X-Men and the Avengers like? Do they have like crossover? People playing the same teams?
Only Wolverine and Beast have crossed over.
Oh,
I just don't get how you don't know Cyclops. That's when I thought you were
he's the
messing with
most
me.
famous X-Men. I mean, like everyone knows who that is.
Yes.
I mean, he's so famous.
You didn't know Storm, which is like...
I think I've heard of Storm before, but it wasn't like an obvious, oh, that's Storm. That's President Obama. That's Storm.
I
Obvious
totally
things.
understand you not getting Havoc. I understand that one, but
Havoc looked familiar. I thought the answer was something like really obvious.
Mhm.
Then you said the name was Havoc, and I was like, oh, Had no clue.
I just did not get Cyclops.
The worst is I have to save your text because then my son asked me again. I'm like, that's Crunch? No. Havoc.
Crunch.
I don't remember the name of this guy.
That's Visor Man.
Why can't they have their names? Like, why can't it be like baseball players? We have the names on the uniforms. It would make it a lot easier.
I guess it would. Yeah.
He asked me a lot. A lot of times he'll ask me, "Who's that again, Daddy?" And like sometimes like, "Who's that again?" And it'll be Thor. I'm like, I got Thor. I know that one. But who's that again? Fighter. God. Havoc. And I'm telling him, like my son's like, who are we gonna ask? And I'm like, I'm going to text Jay. Who is Jay? He says someone that knows a lot about comics, son. Daddy's friend.
He's the guy who came to pick up those.
Podcast. What's a podcast? Oh God, I'm going down this line of questioning.
He's the guy who came up to pick up those creepy comics after I didn't read them for a year and a half.
Jay left. The Walking Dead is one of Jay's favorite comics. If you're a listener to the show, you may or may not know that. I don't know. But anyhow, Jay was like, you got to read the Walking Dead comics. You got to read the Walking Dead comics. He dropped it off my place one day. They sat at my place for a year and a half. Jay one day was like, I want to read them again. I was like, perfect. I haven't touched them. I really meant to, like, when he dropped them off, I was like, oh, I mean, comic books, like, there's 3 words per page. I mean, I should read that.
Yeah, that'll take me a minute and a half, so I should be able to get that done in a year and a half.
Yeah, I figured I'd read 1 word a month, and I'd be done in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I really, I mean, there are, like, 5 words a page, right?
I mean, some pages have, like, no words, and some have a lot, but...
Some pages just have no words.
Let's just say it's not the equivalent of, like, reading a book.
Right. And so some pages, like, so what's the ratio you think of words to syllables? Like 1 to 1?
Words to syllables?
Yeah. Do they use are a lot of the words like multi-syllable?
Yeah.
So the words are one
They
syllable.
talk like normal people.
Me fight now.
Yeah, they're not just like grunting and pointing.
I'd make a better comic with a 1 to 1 word to syllable ratio. What you drinking there, Jay?
I'm choking.
It's tough. I choke on liquids also.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just choking on the water. I'm drinking Straw Gator, which is a very good. It's a very good beer. Straw Gator.
Straw Gator will now send us packs of Straw Gator. Because,
it is.
We've made their business.
8% alcohol beer that tastes like strawberries.
Why would you want alcohol that tastes like strawberries?
Because it tastes better than alcohol.
Okay. I mean, I actually like blueberry beer, so I can't even really rip on this.
Okay, let's do Facebook questions.
We have a lot of Facebook questions. By the way, did I have told you that a house is a lot of work?
I can imagine, yeah.
I've been since we moved in until 2 weeks ago. Every day I have a new project. Every day we've got something else I have to put together. It's fine if you're really handy. I'm not really handy.
Mm-hmm.
We got a toy house for the backyard for my son, like one of those like toy houses where they can get in. It took me 2 days to put together. I was just cursing the whole time. It was like it recommends like a power drill screwdriver. I have like an electric screwdriver. If I had just a regular screwdriver, we would just thrown it away. There's no way I would have gotten this done. Like you have to drill through the plastic. I'm like, it's a goddamn toy house. Why can't this be easy?
You have to drill through the plastic?
Well, you have to basically. There are a lot of things where like you have to put the screws through the plastic. They give it a little indent, and you have to get it through the plastic. And a lot of times where it was really tough. My son's trying to help me. He's like, "Daddy, why can't we do this?" Because Daddy can't do anything apparently. Because apparently the makers from Mattel want Daddy to look like a shithead in front of his son.
Yeah, that's not really like a do-it-yourself thing. If you have to start like drilling and stuff.
I mean, you don't have to you can use an electric screwdriver. If you use a regular screwdriver, you might be there for a month doing it. But you can do it, and like there's so many. There may have been, no joke, 50 screws at least you had to put this toy house together, and very limited instructions. And then I had a picnic table for them, where the picnic table had 3 pieces and 30 screws.
That sounds like
Again,
fun.
not even exaggerating. I had to put like they make it the safest possible. He's like basically sitting on like a bench of screws.
And that's just the outside stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, no. And there's like the new furniture we're getting, so I have to put something together. So that's been awesome. And we have ants.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I live with my wife, my 2 children, and ants.
I bet the real estate guy conveniently left that part out.
The ants are the smallest ants I've ever seen. They're really like, they're not like regular sized ants. They're like if you just had to live with a bunch of midget ants.
Mm-hmm.
So like they kind of like you see them and you just kind of like squish them with your finger and move on. Like you don't need to like get like a paper towel. Like really they're so small. But like I'm sitting in the office upstairs, or like a little office upstairs, and I'm like ant. God damn it!
That sounds great.
We got peppermint oil, which supposedly keeps them away.
Mm-hmm.
So now my office upstairs has ants and smells like peppermint.
Didn't do anything for the ants.
No, but it smells like peppermint, which is not a bad smell for a room.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's much better than like saying like cow dung.
Yeah, or even like Raid. Like Raid smells pretty bad.
Yeah, well the thing is we have to stay away from the stuff that actually kills them because that will kill our children.
Mm-hmm.
So chewing with all the organic methods that don't actually work.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah.
We had some organic spray for our yard because they had a lot of mosquitoes.
So, honey, I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is we have no more ants. Bad news is we also have no more kids.
Remember those tiny little ants that were kind of a nuisance? Remember those children that were kind of a big nuisance? Okay, you can go to Facebook questions. That's all my bitching this week.
All right, we are at the Greg portion of the questions.
Oh, the other one I wanted to mention was I want to see. We know we talked about it last week. The one movie I think I want to see this year is Straight Outta Compton. I saw the commercial for it. It's gotten pretty good reviews. I really want to see that.
All right.
But I think what's funny about it, I've been thinking about it. So that was the birth of gangster rap, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So like this whole gangster thing is like, hey, we're gonna be gangsta and we're gonna sing songs to each other that rhyme. That's what kind of gangster rap is. Like I'm gonna string songs and make them rhyme, and the rhyming is gonna be about stuff that's gonna make me sound tough. But I'm gonna rhyme.
Didn't they also have like 2 hits?
Yeah. No, I went back to listen to some of their stuff. I'm like, oh, most of the stuff's not very good.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they are making an entire movie about a group that had 2 hits.
They were pretty big though.
They were. I mean, those 2 songs were really popular.
No, they were really big and they kind of started the movement. So it's like a good story.
Yeah.
They make it one of those like because it's one of those stories where it's like one of those like I don't know if they've been live, but like a story of like rising to the top and like all odds against you type stories.
Every time
Guys-
they have something like that where there's kind of like a free spirit trying to make it in the corporate world, does Paul Giamatti have to be like that corporate guy? He's been doing that since like the Howard Stern movie.
That was his first big movie, the Howard Stern one.
Yeah.
Which he was awesome in.
Yeah.
But yeah, he must like he understands that's his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You know your role. It's like we need a corporate scumbag, Paul Giamatti. We have some movie about some action, and we need some action star who will not read the script, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just think it's like the whole like idea of like being a badass like or gangsta rap. You're like, it's just like, and we're gonna sing to each other. It's gonna be sweet. Okay. Anyhow, go to Facebook questions.
Top 10 favorite wrestlers.
Oh, great. Could you go to the next question? I guess. Actually, I used to be in wrestling, so my number. I'm not gonna do number 10. So my number 1 would be. I always like Mr. Perfect.
Really?
Perfect Plex.
Oh, I did not like him. Macho Man Randy Savage.
I like Macho Man a lot too. I'll put Macho Man number 2.
Okay. Roddy Piper.
I think was he really getting on was him and Elizabeth was like, are they really married?
I think they were, yeah.
Okay. You think she was hot?
Yeah, she was pretty good looking.
She's still alive.
She was better than Scary Sherry.
I'm gonna pull up this.
No, Miss Elizabeth died.
Oh. Is every wrestler from our youth dead?
Most, yeah. My top 2 are definitely dead. My top 3 are dead because my number 3 is Ultimate Warrior.
I mean, I think the leading cause of death, like per capita or whatever, is being a wrestler.
And if you ask this question expecting any wrestlers after like 1989, then you're going to be sorely disappointed.
What's her story? Like, did she actually like have a story?
Who?
Miss Elizabeth. Like, there was nothing. She was just like the ring girl.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. My number 3 would be.
Did you even do a number 2? You did Mr. Perfect.
Oh, I said Macho. I'll go
Okay.
Macho. Number 3, I'm going to go Andre the Giant.
I will go Ultimate Warrior at 4.
She's Miss Elizabeth can be unlocked as a non-playable character in WWE 2K14.
There you go. Oh, I think I said Ultimate Warrior at 3. At number 4, I will go Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Oh, you know what? I forgot my 2 favorites. But I'm just going to put them at number 4 and 5. 4 and 5, Coco Beware, and and number 5, Junkyard Dog.
Did you just look up like marginal black wrestlers from the 80s?
Come on, those are 2 of my favorites.
I think
Do you
Junkyard
think,
Dog
you,
might
do you
be
think
dead,
it's like
too.
there's anything racial about the only black guy for a while was called the Junkyard Dog?
It says on his page like his wrestling moves were crawling on all fours and barking. It really says that.
Come on, 4 and 5.
Mine was Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and number 5 is I think it was Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. I like his post WWE career better because he was the guy that they modeled the wrestler off of, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. 6, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
6, I will go Hulk Hogan.
Come on, really?
Yeah, I liked Hulk Hogan a lot.
Were you like, I'm gonna get 28-inch pythons, eat my vitamins? What was his whole thing? You gotta like eat your vitamins, do your whatever, and you get 28-inch pythons. You were a Hogan, whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember 20-inch pythons and Hulk Hogan's speech. All their speeches were so insane, though. They were just like coked up, rambling rants. None of them made any sense. Look up an Ultimate Warrior rant if you want a good laugh. That guy made no sense.
Pull it up.
I will.
Okay.
You could talk while I'm doing that.
Well, I said looked up Hulk Hogan Python and it says Hulk Hogan's brother has a 24-inch python.
Okay.
I don't really know where that goes.
You should probably not click on that link.
There's another thing. Did Hulk Hogan really have 24-inch arms? He's a big guy. Okay, my number 7 is I'm going to do the Demolition Warriors. What was their name?
Oh,
What's it called? Demolition?
Demolition something, yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm going to choose them as number 7.
Okay. I'm going to go British Bulldogs.
British Bulldog was one of my favorites, only because I remember he wrestled and was kind of a smaller wrestler. Not like none of them are small, but not like a big guy. Then he left wrestling for a while, and then he came back, and he was 18 times the size he had been previously. No one mentioned steroids. I cannot imagine he's still alive.
Right.
But he just went from like being like the small to like just like gigantic individual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bushwhackers at number 9, 10, 8, whatever we're up to.
I like the Heart Foundation.
Bobby the Brain. Big Bobby the Brain.
I did not like Bobby the Brain.
I'm gonna go with number 9. I was really into wrestling for a while. I'm gonna go with the African Dream.
I don't think
and his partner, the police, whoever the police officer was.
Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man. I'm gonna go with African Dream and Big Boss Man. They're a tag team, so.
I don't think I said Andre yet. Andre the Giant.
Okay, and number 10, I'm gonna go with the fat Asian guy.
The guy who just sat on people?
The only Asian guy in
Was that
wrestling.
Yokozuna?
Yokozuna, yeah.
You remember?
I remember he like sat on Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan was like, he almost died there.
You remember Bonk, the midget clown?
No, but I cannot believe I don't remember Bonk. I'm gonna Google this. That really was in the WWE?
Yeah, oh yeah. This is supposed to be a crazy.
Here for one reason, to attack and keep coming. Not to ask, but just to give. Not to want, but just to sin. Sin the power warrior.
Oh, I kind of.
Down everybody's throat in the WWE till they become sick of it. Well, you're gonna get sick of it because this freaking nature right here is just beginning to swell. And when I get big enough, brother, there ain't gonna be room for anybody else but me and all the warriors float through the veins and the power of the warrior.
This goes on for like 2.5 more minutes. It was just a coked up rant that made no sense.
Oh, you know who's the best one of all? Was the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik was awesome.
Have you ever heard him on the Howard Stern show when he was alive?
No, but I've seen him on Twitter, and he's still insane.
Oh, he's so insane. He's hilarious. I don't know if is he still alive?
Yeah, no, he's like still posting on Twitter like every day.
Oh, I just know he was on Howard Stern show, and he was the funniest person alive. I sent you a video of Hulk Hogan. Play it.
All right.
Are you going to play it today or on the show or screw me?
I have like 40 windows open right now, so it's...
First things first, Jack. I'm Hulk Hogan's brother. Ho, ho, Hogan. And a shout out to all my ho, ho, ho. And let me tell you guys something. Hulkamania is straight up crap. Hulk Hogan's in the Patriots.
This is like edited and chopped
Oh,
up.
this is terrible. Please stop playing this.
Yeah, somebody chopped that up. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the next question.
Don't we have like 50 more questions to go?
Yeah.
You should move a little faster, Jay. You know, when I read the questions on the Knicks, we go kind of faster.
Yeah.
You're kind of slow with this, Jay.
Top 10 favorite movies.
Jay, do you need to be training for a blind person or anything else? Do I have to put a sign in your neighborhood?
Top 10 favorite movies.
Training for Jay. Top 10 what?
Favorite movies.
Are all the questions top 10 lists?
This is the last top 10.
Okay, I'm just going to go with my top 3 and call it a day.
Okay.
My top 3 would be, in no particular order, Rocky, Shawshank, and Braveheart. You?
I like Very Bad Things, Star Wars, the original Star Wars trilogy, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, all solid. I don't see those as being really favorites, but okay. Very Bad Things is your favorite?
I love that movie.
I took a date on that to see that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
I don't remember. The date wasn't very memorable. The movie was very memorable.
Other favorites, I guess, Fight Club, Beetlejuice, Swingers, Big Lebowski, Monty Python, The Holy Grail. There we go.
Fascinating.
Yeah. JD watched the Game of Thrones because of the sex scenes, nudity being on the show. I have not seen it yet.
Wait, I thought you were going to get your free 30 days and watch it.
I'm going to.
Are you going back to school soon?
I am.
So get on this.
I don't have a month
Why
left.
are you doing anything else with your time?
I'm going back to school
Stop
in 12
podcasting
days.
right now. When are you going?
12 days, I got school again.
So you have basically 11 days from now to watch.
Yeah.
Are you gonna start doing it? The Game of Thrones challenge?
I will do that in January.
Is there a cat? What? January?
Yeah.
You're disappointing all the games. Is there a cat behind you?
Probably.
It's weird to watch
Yes.
you with a cat.
Yes, there is
It's
a cat.
weird to watch you.
What is the model of your iPhone, Mark? Try airplane mode.
6 and why airplane mode?
I don't know. Would you rather fight a bear with a sword or fight a wolf with your bare hands?
I'm gonna go with bear with a sword.
Definitely bear with a sword.
I like being armed against animals.
Top 5 Jim Carrey movies. If you can do a top 10, cool. We cannot.
If you can do more than a top 3 Jim Carrey movies, there's something wrong with you. Top 3 Jim Carrey movies would be Ace Ventura,
Yep.
Dumb and Dumber,
Yep.
and from there the list goes kind of downward.
Except Eternal Sunshine, which is awesome.
Oh no, Punch Drunk. That's is that him?
That's Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
I would say Truman Show.
Truman Show. Yeah, Truman Show was a little bit. It was kind of overhyped, but it ended up I think being underrated. I think that was actually a pretty solid movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that is maybe Liar Liar.
I guess. It really goes. I would say, yeah, I guess. He was really good in Kick-Ass 2, but that movie itself wasn't very good.
I didn't see the new Dumb and Dumber, but I'm imagining it was terrible.
I didn't see it either, but I kind of want to see it.
I'm going to say it's probably terrible.
Are you guys fans of the TV series Prison Break?
I've heard it's really good, but I never really watched it.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
I watched like 2 episodes. So you said you watched today Mr. Robot?
Yeah, there's a question about it later, so I didn't bring it up yet.
Well, now I want to talk about it, Jay. I don't want to wait for the damn question, Jay. Is it good?
It's really good. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm really, really liking it.
You think I'm going to be hooked on it?
I do. It's really good.
So I didn't even know what it was. Just one day at work, someone at work was like, the show was about, like, it started off all interesting. They got us all this anti-corporate stuff. It was ridiculous. It was just, and I was like, okay, I didn't even bring this topic up. That's wonderful. You don't like the show. And I'd never even heard of it, so I had no idea. And then I saw some article praising as the Mr. Robot being the hot new TV show of the summer. And I was like, oh, it's weird because someone else just told me it was terrible. But then I never didn't think about it. Then you texted me today, said it was a really good show. So now I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. One of the guys I went to a bachelor party with a couple weeks ago was in episode 5.
Oh, cool.
So,
and also, anti-corporate is probably my wheelhouse. I like anti-corporate stuff.
yeah, why would you be a huge fan of corporations?
I don't know. This person is apparently a fan of corporations. I don't know why you would be. I don't know why you would be into the whole, like, but I guess it's if you're like, she's a little more conservative, so.
I guess so.
I am not. I'm like, she was like going on about how it's like, I don't know why I was so anti-corporate. And I'm like, you might have wanted to not complain about this rather than one of the more liberal people.
Right. Any bad experience with a customer service or a call center?
The question should be any good experience.
Yeah. Anytime I tried to cancel, this is dating myself, cancel AOL. That was like...
Sir, can I return this audio cassette?
They were always like, I'd like to cancel my account. And they'd be like, nope. I'd be like, yeah, but I really don't want it anymore. Like, yeah, you should probably just keep it. And you really had to like haggle with them. They wouldn't let you cancel.
Well, you heard the thing a couple of years ago where like a big revenue, like a major revenue source for AOL as of a few years ago was people who were paying for AOL.
Yes, I could not believe so many people were doing. I also heard that people were still subscribed to Columbia House.
I'm gonna get 7 CDs for 1 penny.
No, they switched to DVDs, but it was the same scam.
Let's see. Shipping and handling sounds like the price more so than the actual CD.
For those of you who don't know, they started off with CDs, and they'd be like, you could get 8 CDs for a penny. And you're like, why wouldn't I want that? Why would I not want that? But in the fine print, it says you are obligated to buy 4 more CDs at their regular price. And their regular price was like $21 for a CD.
Also, each CD included shipping and handling. And shipping, apparently the ship and handle it was like $4 or $5 per CD.
Even though they all came in the same box.
Yeah.
And also, if you did not, they sent you a letter every month with like, hey, would you like this CD? And if you did not write them a letter back saying, I don't want that CD, they would mail you that CD, and then it would be yours for $20.
Everyone in our generation signed up for that. And the best part was, we were like, oh, I'm clever. I used a fake name. Columbia House said, we don't give a shit if you put Dick Sucks as your name. We're going to send you the CDs and charge you.
Exactly.
They're gonna file a claim in court against Dick Sucks. And somehow it's going to end up you're being Dick Sucks.
Would you rather be...
By the way, we're doing a live show and no one... Is there still someone in the live room? Has this been a total failure?
It's... There's a couple people in there.
Is anyone asking questions, commenting?
One person says, can you move your head? Your head is hiding the cat.
I want to look at the cat, Jay. Jay, I have a fetish for cats. Just move your head a little bit. Oh, cat, rub yourself. Next question. Oh, customer service. Do I have anything I want to say about customer service? I thought I had a story, but Columbia House kind of distracted me.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, the one thing I want to say is, you know what I hate the most with customer service is you call up, call up Time Warner, and they're like, "Can you enter your account number? Do, 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 do. Can you enter your date of birth? Do, 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 do. Can you enter your phone number? Do, 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 do." Person's like, "Hello, who is this?
Yeah.
I just entered like 20 minutes of information. Sorry, sir, I don't got it. Can you tell me your name and your account number? Why the hell do I have to enter all that stuff?"
Exactly.
Well, sir, it's not my. I don't think they really asked you that. What do you mean they didn't ask me, sir? Our system doesn't ask that question. What do you? I just entered, sir. I'm not sure. It doesn't show up in my system. I'm sorry, sir. Just give me all this information again. That I always really hate, and it's happened so many times.
I had to call. My internet was out yesterday, so I called them up, and I guess they're so worried about pissing people off now. They go over the top polite, because I was doing the live chat on my cell phone, and I'm like, my internet's out. I'm like, "I'm so sorry you're experiencing this problem," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, fix it." And they're like, "I would love to fix your problem. It'd be my honor," and just like way over the top.
Now I could die. This would be the most wonderful thing I could do with my life, to make sure you could do your internet works. You could do a shitty podcast.
Exactly. I decided to skip 20 minutes of my life. So I'm like, I already restarted my computer. I already restarted the modem. I already unplugged all the wires. So let's just skip all that bullshit. And then they told me, can I take the cable that's going from the wall to the router and switch ends? And I was just like, no. That will do absolutely nothing. I'm not doing that.
That's my favorite part, though, is like how they demean you with the questions. Like, when you call up, they're like, "My cable's not working. Is the power button on?" "Yes." "Could you check the wall to make sure the plug is?" "I did." "Could you turn it off and on?" "I've tried all this stuff before calling, asshole."
Yeah. You know what? The thing is, half the problems get...
Jay, do we have 57 more questions to go? Can you move at a slower pace?
The thing is, most of the problems get solved because of that. They're like, "Well, is it plugged in?" And they'll be like, "Oh no, it wasn't. Thank you so much."
It is true. They probably do solve most of the problems like that. They do deal with people that are that dumb. But you're like, "I'm not. Can I just dial a different number for not a moron?" Okay, speed questions, Jay.
Speed round.
Okay.
Would you rather be Steven Tyler or Ozzy Osbourne? Ozzy probably has better stories, but Steven Tyler probably remembers more of them.
I think Steven Tyler probably has pretty good stories, and Steven Tyler speaks English.
Yeah, I would say Steven Tyler. Well, Ozzy peed on the Alamo. That's pretty funny.
Steven Tyler's got probably good stories. I'm going to go Steven Tyler here. Ozzy, his brain something's wrong there.
I'm gonna go with Steven Tyler because Ozzy seems completely fried.
Yeah.
Would you rather be known for interrupting Taylor Swift or be known for smacking Rihanna?
Who smacked Rihanna again?
Chris Brown.
Oh. I'm gonna go with Kanye because he's got talent.
I'm gonna go with Kanye just because I'd rather not be known as the guy who hit Rihanna, but I don't agree with the talent part. Would you rather spend a day with Taylor Swift?
I like the idea of is it preferable to hit a woman or interrupt her with speaking? Hitting is what you're supposed to do. By the way, you know what's a pretty good show? The Jim Gaffigan Show. Have you watched it yet?
I watched the first 3. It's
What do you think?
okay. It's okay.
I mean, I think it's I watched the 4th episode. It was pretty fun. I was actually laughing.
Okay, I recorded the 4th and then I stopped. So I still have that one on my DVR.
I feel like it has potential.
Would you rather spend a day with Taylor Swift or spend a day with Beyonce?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. They'd probably get a song written about me.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Would you rather leap tall buildings in a single bound like Superman
All the questions.
or be able to run be able to run as fast as the Flash?
You have to read it as is, Jay.
Would you be able to fun as fast as the Flash?
I like to have as much fun as the Flash, yes.
Yes. Both of those in real life would be the worst.
Why? Because you'd bump into things as the Flash?
You bump into things trying to jump really high too. Like like both of those powers would suck it. Well, I guess maybe in rural areas they'd be okay. In the city, both of those things would be the worst.
At what point would it be helpful? Look, I jumped over the Empire State Building.
Great. Now you're on the other
Why?
side. Yeah.
Could you come over my place? There's some stuff on a high shelf that maybe you could jump to instead of using a step ladder.
Yeah, cool, dude. You jumped over a building. Rad.
Yeah. I can run really fast. Yeah, they have airplanes now, so.
Movies, Godfather or Scarface?
Godfather. That's kind of a hard comparison because there's a comedian makes a joke about how he's like people will say my favorite movies are Godfather and Scarface, and he's like, that's like saying my favorite food is lobster and Skittles. I mean, Scarface is not a good movie. It's a fun movie, but it's not a good movie, obviously.
Yeah, I would go with Godfather.
Godfather had better. Godfather or Goodfellas? I think that's a better question.
Probably Goodfellas.
I don't know Goodfellas too. Also,
Maria Ozawa or Kate Upton?
I'm gonna go Kate Upton because I don't know who the first person is.
I do. Maria Ozawa.
Who is she?
She is probably the hottest porn star I've ever seen.
Maria Ozuna?
Ozawa.
How do you spell this?
Maria?
Oh, thank you. That was the word I was having problems with.
O
Is Ozawa phonetic?
O-Z-A
O-R-Z-H
O-Z-A-W-A.
O-Z-A-W. Oh, yeah. I can't believe I couldn't pronounce that. Couldn't spell that. Wait, O-Z-A-W-A?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see a picture of this person.
Just go to type that in and just go to Google Images. They're not like
Yeah, no, I'm on Google Images.
Okay.
Really? Over Kate Upton?
Absolutely.
Really?
Not even close.
Oh, come on.
You're blinded by the boobs. Maria Ozawa is way hotter.
Is she just a porn star, or what's the deal? Like why is she really well known?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely go with that. Not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, she's attractive. I'm not but she's not like super attractive.
Yeah, she is.
But I'm gonna say that the one of us might be more into Asian girls than the other one.
That might be true, yes.
But she's attractive. She is pretty hot. Just I'm gonna go Upton here. But go on.
Fantastic Four, thoughts?
So Fantastic Four. Why did they do a remake? Like, is this what is the new movie?
Yeah, they're telling the origin story yet again.
Okay, so I've seen the ad, just not the actual forget the commercial, but just a visual. Like they have a poster up on buses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why do all four characters look like they have Down syndrome? Look at the poster. Let's see if I can find a picture of this. Everyone looks like their brain is missing.
Yeah. I don't know why at all.
It's really, really it's not like I'm joking around. Really, they all have looks on their face. You're like, what the hell? They went for the possible worst take here.
Yeah,
okay, here I'm gonna send you.
They're trying to be dark and brooding.
Yeah, they're definitely going dark and brooding here. So what do you think? Are you gonna see
No,
this?
I'm done with. If it's an origin story that's already been told, I have no interest in ever seeing it. You guys collect.
What's the origin story of Fantastic Four? Four guys were like, we're fantastic.
They went into space and they got hit by a space beam or something, and that's how they got their powers.
Here, pull up the picture here.
Yeah, they're all
They all have. I mean, obviously not the Thing, but the guy on the all the way to the left. What's his name?
He's supposed to be Reed Richards. He's supposed to be in his 40s, and he's 16 in this movie.
Yeah, so he definitely looks like he has Down syndrome. The girl who's hot is kind of looking off just out. They all look kind of out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But sure, I'm dying to see it. So, who would win in a battle, the X-Men or the Fantastic Four?
X-Men.
Why?
Because there's 70 of them.
Who would win in a fight, the X-Men or the Wu-Tang Clan?
Ooh, that's a close one.
Who would've said-
I think more Wu-Tang Clan members are dead than X-Men, right? There is a lot of
Probably.
Wu-Tangs, though.
So the NWA movie. So I looked like Wikipedia with NWA to read the story because it's like I'm curious. And besides Ice Cube, Dre, and Eazy-E, there were other members of the NWA.
I think there was 5, right?
There were 5. I didn't remember that. There were other 2. I was like, oh no shit.
Okay, we got to speed this up. Are you guys collectors of anything? Action figures, sneakers, etc.?
Maria Ozawa playing cards.
I may have a few Maria Ozawa movies. Comics and music.
You like comics? What music do you collect? When you say collect, you mean like you have MP3s, or you actually collect like vinyl?
No. I used to collect CDs, but then I digitized all my CDs and sold them. So now just MP3s.
Okay,
But I have about 17,000 of them.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I collect. I used to collect baseball cards when I was 12. I collect children. I'm up to 2.
Top 10 favorite TV series. I think we've done that in a previous episode.
I'm going to say The Wire being my number 1.
Okay.
Jay's going to name some show you've never heard of.
What do you guys fear the most?
Let's see. Ghosts. What do I fear most? The show making it to 11 o'clock.
That's a good one.
What do you fear the most, Jay?
I don't know, dying. Are you guys creeped out by insects?
Nice cliche answer there, Jay.
It's true.
How'd you come up with that? You might be the only person that has ever said that one. Is there anything you're really scared of? Like what else?
Heights.
Heights.
Talking to women in public settings.
I'll go with that one. Being like 87
Public speaking.
alone.
Public speaking.
Yeah, you hate public speaking.
Yeah, as soon as people join the chat room, I'm like, oh my God, there's like 2 people in here.
Do you really? Did that freak you out?
No, you know what? I'm okay with the computer stuff now, but like I would still have problems like trying to do stand up.
Stand up, I've tried that, and that's super scary. But if you do, I've done improv, and improv is like not as scary because you have other people to play off of. But when you're up there by yourself, that takes like a ton of balls.
Yeah.
But the podcast thing, at any point did that scare that was that like intimidating to you?
One time we got like 40 people in the room at once, and that was a little intimidating.
Was I on the show?
No, you were not.
Oh, so basically, I've driven people away.
All right, we're up to the Steven question section of the questions. Are you guys creeped out by insects?
Only big ones. There was a big bug in my backyard this weekend. A cicada, which is gigantic, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're big.
I'm gonna send you this picture, Jay.
Great.
Great. This is gonna be helpful for the show. Me texting Jay a picture.
Cockroaches freak me out.
Cockroaches freak me out. So, what do you do if there's a cockroach in your apartment?
When I was in college, I chased it around with hairspray, and a lighter, and I burnt down half my apartment. I set my curtains and my garbage can on fire.
You really did that?
Yeah, I really did. It was huge, and I freaked out, and I chased it around trying to blowtorch it.
Why would you not think that's a horrendous idea?
I thought I wouldn't miss. The thing was fast.
How did they let you back in college?
Well, I had to take a year off.
What? Tell the story.
I've told this so many times. You didn't know I got suspended for a year?
I didn't know you got suspended for a year. Why do I know anything about you?
I have a lifetime ban in all the dorms at Northeastern. To this day, my name is on a list. I am not allowed in the dorms.
So this got you suspended?
No. This was the year I was allowed back.
Wait, what happened to get you? So I'm assuming most people that listen to the show don't know anything about us. So what happened?
It involved a fire, and I told the whole thing on the
Just
show.
tell the quick version of the story. You're gonna have to be like on repeat. You can't assume everyone's listened to all 200 episodes. You have to assume that a lot of people haven't. So repeat yourself.
Well, one of the two people in here has listened to all the episodes.
Just repeat yourself. God damn it.
So there was a group of girls that my roommate and I would go back and forth pranking, and the pranks got worse and worse. And one day, my roommate said he's going to light a paper towel on fire and slide it under their door. And even though I was
paper towel on fire and slide it under their door.
Yeah, we did that to Bri like every Thursday, because we thought it was hilarious. But when he said he was going to do it to these girls, I said that's probably not a good idea. And
what kind of pranks have you done up to this point?
let's see, I think we put like we spread out conditioner right in front of their door, so like when they stepped out, they like wiped out, which was pretty funny. We never locked our.
Why did you hate these girls?
Because they were out of control drunks, and they spilt laundry detergent on the master copy of one of the episodes of my public access show. So I hated them forever after that.
Okay.
So we never locked our door. So one day I came in and they had built a snowman on my bed, which was kind of funny.
That's pretty clever. That's a pretty good one,
Yeah,
actually.
that's a pretty good one. Anyway, so he said he's going to do this. I'm like blacked out drunk, and I still said, no, don't do that. And
No, even in my drunken state, that's an idiotic idea.
Exactly. He's like, well, just come upstairs with me. I'm like, nope, still not. I want no part in this. I just had a bad feeling about it. And so he did.
I had a bad feeling about using fire as a prank.
So he did that. And apparently one of the girls was going to a prom the next day and had a dress on the back of the door, which also got set on fire because of that paper towel.
Holy shit.
And then
What was the usual outcome by putting fire on a door? Like, would the door ever catch on fire?
No. The door wouldn't catch on fire. It's a paper towel. Usually you just see fire come under your door and it goes out like 5 seconds later. It just scares you.
Okay, so this time the dress lit on fire.
Like, Bri would always go like, holy shit, and like stomp it out. And then we would laugh, and that would be the end of it.
So you slide the fire thing. This is a funny prank. And then 5 seconds later, like, the fire trucks are there.
Well, no, we didn't know any of that about the dress. What we did know is that he came back to the apartment, to the dorm room, and left a voice message on their answering machine that said, "Ha ha, your room's on fire." So, basically incriminating evidence. But I was so drunk.
like the worst pranks, the worst criminal ever. Would have signed my name to this burglary.
Hello, my name is Aaron, and I just set your room on fire. I meant not Aaron.
How do you know it was me? You left a voice saying it was you. Yeah, but you know what they can do with audio these days. And, like, maybe I was kidding about, like, I call every day and just say, I set your room on fire.
Is that text you just sent me an actual bug?
Yeah.
That thing looks like...
Put that on Instagram. That thing looks huge.
Yeah, that thing looks absolutely gigantic.
Yeah, I was kind of scared of what the hell that was. It was really big. I'm like, I was going to hit it with a bat, but I'm like, I couldn't even tell if it was a bug or maybe it was some kind of like, maybe it was a small nest or something. So I was like, let me get the kids inside in case some bugs fly out of this thing. And then by the time I came back, it was gone.
Oh, anyway, so after he does this, I am so drunk, I just throw up all over my side of the room. While I'm throwing up, he decides our garbage bag was a cardboard box, and we would just throw our garbage in there. Yeah. While I was throwing up, he lit that on fire, the garbage box.
Who was your genius roommate at the time?
They pair you with somebody. So it was just some idiot they paired me with. So anyway,
why are you being so like a non like a?
His name was Aaron. He was a complete douche.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like so. This guy got you suspended for a year of school.
Well, this is the thing. Now it's 7 a.m, and like I said, we never locked our door. So the cops burst in at 7 a.m. They look from left to right, and they see ashes all over his side of the room and barf all over mine. And so they put him in handcuffs and take him away.
Fair enough.
But then an hour later, they come back for me
Okay, fair enough also.
because he tried to blame it on me, and the girls also tried to blame it on me because they were fat and he was sleeping with like 2 out of 3 of them, and he was
Wait, he tried to lit on fire the girls he's sleeping with?
yeah, because he was I don't know, he's crazy.
I wish I hung out with you in college. It sounds fun.
Other than that one night, it was a ridiculous blast. But
so what happened?
So I think there was a third guy in my room, and
Bri wasn't lucky enough to be involved in this?
Bri I think also knew that this was not going to be a good thing. So Bri was in the next room, probably like, I'm really glad I'm not involved in this arson right now.
We're going to light the girls' room on fire and then call them and admit to doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in tonight, guys.
But there was a third guy in the room, and I think I asked him, who is Aaron calling? And that was on the voicemail. So like the cops come back for me, and they like play that voicemail, and they're like, I thought you said you weren't there. I was like, yeah, I wasn't there for like whatever he did. And they're like, but you're on this voicemail. I'm like, yeah, because that's my room, and I was in my room. And they said like, the cops thought they were like gonna catch me on this like big arson ring or something. And then they're like, well, you said you didn't know what happened. And I said, yeah. And you could hear me on the voicemail saying, what happened? Who are you calling? So like, I don't know what they thought they had there. I'm like, yeah, that's my voice. And I was blacked out drunk, and I have no idea what was happening. And you could clearly hear that on the voicemail. And, but I think that third guy in the room, I think Aaron also tried to get him in trouble. And I think he also, tried to blame it on me to get himself out of trouble.
Yeah.
So I had my roommate, that guy, and the girls all blaming me, so I got suspended for a year. But Aaron spent a week in jail, so could have been worse.
Aaron didn't get suspended for a year?
He got expelled permanently.
Oh, okay. So you went for that incident or something else?
Yeah, for that incident. That third guy only got suspended for 3 months, which makes me think he plea bargained, and that's why I got a harsher sentence.
Yeah, I think they bring the hammer down on you when you're involved in arson.
Yeah, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I mean, I get it that 5 other people tried to pin it on me, so I understand. It's just I didn't do it.
Yeah, there's not that kind of does suck. Also, it sucks the guy that was into the arson wasn't into just taking the blame for it.
On the other hand, I could probably do a 4-hour podcast on stuff I did do that would have got me suspended. So I guess it evened out in the end.
So you came back from the arson suspension, and you said, "I'm going to chase a cockroach with fire."
Yes.
And you lit your shade on fire, your curtain, and you did get suspended for this.
Well, that was an off-campus apartment.
Oh, okay. If I'm going to play with fire, I'm going to live off campus.
It was a complete shithole. It had mice and cockroaches
and psychos with flame throwers.
Yeah, I was the worst neighbor.
What did you do for your year off?
I went to college at Stony Brook in Long Island and recorded 2 more episodes of our public access show.
Oh, nice. Did you get full credit for those years? For that time, like college credit?
Pretty much. I think 1 class didn't count out of the 8 classes I took.
So you don't have to graduate in 5 years. You still graduate in 4 years.
It's a 5 years. Northeastern's a 5-year school.
Okay, then it wasn't 6 years.
Right. It was still 5.
Why is it a 5-year school?
You're supposed back then they had quarters instead of semesters, so you're supposed to go to school for 2 quarters and work in your field in 2 quarters. So, but in theory, you didn't do that freshman year. So in theory, by the time you graduated, you had 4 years work experience.
Oh, okay. So what do you work as?
I worked at a radio station and a TV station. I only did 2 out of the 4 years, but I worked at a TV station where I got to actually write, produce, and air my own commercial on TV.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's on YouTube. And then
did it lead to a big career in this?
No, it did not.
That's a cool experience, though. It's a cool.
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, it was really cool.
Okay. Next question.
Favorites? It's 20 minutes later. Favorite soft drink?
I don't really. I'm not a big soda person, so I don't really drink soft drinks.
Diet Dr Pepper.
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say root beer. But
Best book you've ever read?
best book I ever read. What's the name of this book? What's your best book you ever read?
The Lion's Game by Nelson DeMille.
What's that about?
It's about a guy whose family got killed in a U.S. like bombing, and so 10 years later, he travels to the U.S. to try and kill everyone who was involved in the bombing.
Oh, wait, is this a fiction or nonfiction?
A fiction.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember that happening.
No, it was. I mean, I'm sure it happened. I bet stuff like that happens all the time. But yeah, it was really good.
Just trying to remember the name of the book. Yeah.
Okay, think about it.
I'm finding the author, and then I'm going to find it's Kirk Eichenwald, who, by one of my favorite authors, who apparently has some kind of child pornography thing going also, which made me feel the Informant. Which
He's
is
a child pornographer who has a book called The Informant. Okay.
I don't know. There's some kind of like he was writing a book apparently about child pornography, and like they was found on his computer. I don't know the whole story. I'm probably getting a lot of it wrong, but either way, he's a fantastic writer. It's all about. It sounds like the most boring story. It's about Archer Daniels Midland, basically a giant company in the Midwest that sold. I guess they sold a bunch of like grains and stuff in the stuff that basically with farming, and it's a really crazy true story that at some point involves like a Nigerian banker. And the whole time you're like, it's basically some guy in the story. The story like turns himself over to the FBI, and the shit that happens is insane.
Okay.
Really recommend the book highly.
I'll add it to my read list.
I really liked it.
If someone you were close to picked up serious charges and had to do jail time, would you remain friends? Would you visit them during their incarceration?
Did we do this question already or no?
No.
Okay. So let's say that someone tried to like burn down, tried to like light his neighbor females on fire.
I did not visit him in jail.
Well, it depends on the crime. So would you visit them if they committed arson? Would you visit Jay? If I committed arson, no one dies, would you visit me in jail?
Sure.
What if someone dies in the arson? Like I burned down a house and I didn't know there were people in there, and I kill like.
I would definitely figure out how to bring remote recording equipment and do a podcast through the walls.
Okay, what if I basically killed that whole family, but like that, it was on purpose?
Would probably not go near you.
No, you're an asshole. Just because I try to murder the family down the street, you don't want to talk to me. Like my committing an act of murder had nothing to do with our friendship, Jay.
What illicit?
We can still discuss the Knicks and complain about the Knicks, and the whole time you'd be like, "Yeah, they need to get like another shooting guard," and you killed the whole family, even the kids. Shooting guard, Jay.
What illicit drugs have you guys abused?
Abused or tried?
Yeah. There's a big difference between abused and used.
Let's do a list of drugs we've tried.
Okay.
You go first, Jay. Let's see if I can match. Let's see where I can match you.
Alcohol.
I've tried alcohol too.
I have not used that since 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, you. Next.
Marijuana.
I've tried marijuana.
Opium.
I've tried opium.
You have?
Yes.
Wow. What did you think?
I tried it in college. I don't remember getting it was like mixed with weed. I don't remember getting all that fucked up off of it. I mean, I was out of that. I couldn't like tell. I remember being like out of it, but I remember it was. I don't remember the experience that well. Basically, it wasn't like it stood out to me. What about you?
I thought it was like being more stoned than I've ever been for longer than I ever wanted to be.
I just remember being really stoned, but like it's also like if I took brownies, I get really stoned for much longer than I wanted to be.
Yeah. Let's see. Ecstasy.
Yes.
Shrooms.
Yes.
What did you think of shrooms?
The first time I did shrooms was in Amsterdam, and like I thought I liked it. It was like okay, and like it was. Then I did them in like New York City twice with like my old roommates, and both times I thought they was a pretty damn intense experiences. The first time was pretty good, and the second time was a little bit bad trip. I think they're kind of a cool drug to take a couple times.
Yeah, I think I did it like 6 times, and it was amazing. Like, at like 5 out of 6, it was like absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's a kind of a really cool experience. Like I was doing it. I was like, now I get why they call it a trip.
Yeah.
And maybe want to try acid, but I never tried acid.
No, I never wanted to try acid.
I kind of for a little while wanted to try acid, but I kind of already at that point I was like, I'm kind of old to try acid at this point.
I think that was it for me.
Coke?
No. You tried that?
Yeah, I've tried that one. That would be I can't think of anything else I've tried. That's the end of my list.
Okay.
But I had a roommate for a little while who liked the Coke. And we used to do it with him a lot. Kind of fun. Or I actually, since no one's listening to the show, I can admit to any crime, really.
Let's see. Rosero. We're up to the Rosero portion of the show.
I feel like with Coke it was like drinking coffee. At first, it's like gets you really awake, and then eventually, like it doesn't really work anymore, and you're like, this sucks. It takes more and more to work, the whole tolerance thing, and then it just starts sucking.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take any drug that you can actually die using.
I found you also hear the stories. The guys that die from it always take like a ton of it. But
yeah, but
at
still.
the same time, yeah, my favorite drug would be weed, by far.
Weed?
Yeah, I would say generally I prefer if I have a choice of what to do in a given night. I guess alcohol if I'm around people, but if I'm going to be at home, weed by a mile.
I mean, shrooms was still my best time, but that's not something you want to do. Like, hey, it's a Wednesday night, let's do shrooms.
Let's say you're in like a night, like it's a Saturday night. You just, for whatever reason, you're not going to do anything else or anyone else. You're just going to be by yourself at home. What would you do?
Yeah, assuming like it stopped giving me anxiety attacks.
Yeah, and you have no plans for the next day.
Yeah, definitely weed.
Yeah, like 100% more fun. I mean, but if you're obviously going to be a group of people, like weed makes me want to not talk to anyone.
Yeah. Apparently, you're still echoing in the live room.
Oh,
and
God.
you've been echoing.
I think they're just trolling you, Jay. Maybe this live room thing is not really working. Maybe people donated for like the donation is like people feel like, God damn, I donated for this crap. I got an echo. And I gave $100 for an echo.
I have no idea how to fix the echo, so I don't know what to say about that. Everything looks absolutely.
Jay needs now $50 more for tech support.
On my end, everything looks absolutely perfect. So I don't know what to say about that.
If you have any ideas how to fix this, maybe you could conference call with Jay later.
It would be greatly appreciated if somebody who actually knew what they were talking about could help us.
Okay, next question.
Next question. Okay. This is a lot of really just
read whatever language you see. It's going to be faster if you read whatever you have in front of you as opposed to like trying to decipher it and come up with something better.
A lot of white guys are into cuckold watching their spouse get banged by other men while they watch Marc or Jay. Into this practice, it's mostly white guys. Are you glad I read that one?
Yeah, just read it and just move on. It's easier if you read it. It's just faster if you move on. Okay, go on.
Name a time you broke the law. Statute of limitations applies. I'm glad you're clearing us of all.
I guess Jay with arson. I can't think of anything really egregious I've done. Like I once got a moving violation for hanging out, on spring break, hanging out the side of a car.
That's like the weirdest violation I've heard.
Like it was like the traffic, the cars were moving really slowly, and I was in some random like girl's car, and I was like hanging out the window, like screaming.
I tried to blow up the security guard at the school once.
Jay takes it to a new level. Go on, Jay. I've talked about this on the show 150 episodes ago, so why do I have to cover it again, Jay?
No, this is a new one. Will and I lit a paper bag on fire and then put an M80 in it and then threw it in front of the security guard, figuring he would try and stomp it out, and then the M80 would go off, and then hilarity would ensue.
I'd have visit you. So, Jay, the answer to the question is if you did that, I'd still visit you. I think it's the answer. Why did you do this?
We messed with him every Friday because that's what we did in high school when we were bored. And
you wanted to take it to a new level where he lost a foot?
Yeah. It was usually a lot more innocent than that, but one day we're like, let's just really fuck with this guy.
You know what'd be really funny, Jay? What if we murdered his dog? Oh, maybe I'm hanging out with the wrong people.
Let's see. I am taken.
Are you reading who people are asking the question? By the way, you stopped reading who's asking the question.
Huh?
Like an hour ago, you stopped saying Will says this or.
No, everyone asked like 10 questions. I said we're at the Rosero portion of the show now. And so then until I name a new person, it'll be Rosero questions.
Jay, can't we be like Target and have no names for this?
Steven has a theory that Rosero, William, and Harry are all the same person. I think he might be right because they're all pretty unintelligible.
I kind of thought Harry was one of the I kind of think Harry is one of the other guys with the same. Yeah, I think Harry and Will or one of the other guys is the same person. That's my theory.
I am taking stat class, and I have befriended a fat, ugly girl so I can hear answers. I have taken her out to Chipotle after class, and she let me copy her paper. And now, well, she is getting attached to me. She wants my cock. The thing is, she is about, no lie, 5'5", 280. How I let this girl down easy after I get my A. 0 periods in that entire thing.
You go, here's what you do. You go, listen, baby. I'm not going to screw you. I'm not going to hang out with you anymore, but I'm buying you whatever you want at Chipotle tonight. Then we're never going to see each other again.
I think that's a fair bargain.
I think she'd be fine with that.
Yes.
Chipotle's amazing, so.
I'll even pay the extra 75 cents for a scoop of guac.
Bitch, you're getting guac tonight, and then you get no more from me.
You are getting guacked. I'm going to guac the shit out of you.
You're not getting my guac. You're getting Chipotle's guac. Even better.
Name a moment in time you guys wish you could go back in time and change in your lives. Has to be real now. Like, I would warn people about Hitler. I would like to say that Hitler was not a time in your life.
What if you just go back 10 years and warn people that Hitler was a bad guy? Like, oh my God, guys, that guy from Germany from 50 years ago, bad guy.
I would tell my high school.
The whole World War II happened a long time ago. We all know he's bad, but like you're gonna find out later on, oh yeah, not much changes. Oh well.
I'm gonna go back to last month when I was in class and tell everyone that Osama bin Laden was bad.
What if I want to go back 15 years in time and be like, ma'am, you may not want to hang out with Bill Cosby tonight. Don't drink what he's giving you. He's not the lovable Huxtable guy you think he is.
What is something you guys stole?
I once stole a piece of candy at I was in a random town when I was traveling, and the owner said I give him equivalent of a quarter, or he's gonna call on the cops right then. The guy really freaked out. I was surprised he saw me even doing it. What else have I stolen? I remember I was in Italy. I was traveling after college, and one of my friends decided to, without telling me, stole like a shirt from a shop. And she's like, that shop owner is like following us. I'm like, why is he following us? Why is she following us? Oh, because I stole this shirt. I'm like, why are we involved in this? Why can't why can't you run by yourself? What did you steal, Jay? Are you playing Candy Crush?
No, I am sending a text message. I didn't really steal, but I took off the security case on some CDs at Sam Goody and then left them for my friend to put in his bag.
Okay. So you did steal.
Well, yeah, I guess I did.
What do you mean? I didn't really steal it. You were. I believe you're part of the conspiracy to steal, Jay.
This is.
I believe every court of law would say you're equally as guilty as the person who actually stole.
This is Harry's portion of the questions, who is clearly not Rosera or William.
What? You know what? Actually, my answer. You know what I stole? I stole my wife's heart.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I thought you were going to say something like, "Oh yeah, no. I mean, I once stole a car." Like random facts. Jay is just dropping on today's show.
Why does Mark feel uncomfortable with black people? I mean, come on, we all
Why
know.
is this a topic every week?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've shown no. The only. I guess Jay, can we replace you with a black person? You know what? The next week's show, Jay's going to be in blackface, and then and then everyone's going to decide, are we comfortable with black people or not?
At what age would Mark let his daughter start dating? What would he do if his daughter at 13 had boys calling the house? What would he do if he caught a boy in his daughter's room? I say that because I got caught twice at 13 and 15 having sex with some daughter. I was lucky both times. It was the mom who caught me. If it was the dad, I would have got beat down.
So first, my daughter's not even 1.5 yet. So this is a really tough thing to think about. I think as far as when I would let her date, I guess what do you go to high school? You're 13 or 14?
I think it depends when your birthday is.
Oh, just give me a
14.
Okay. Well, I think judging by the calendar, Mark. Yeah, 14 seems a reasonable age to let them go on dates. If I found a guy in her room and they were like having sex, I'd probably ask Jay if he would visit me on weekends at the jail.
Oh,
Jay,
Rosero's.
what about you? What about you? Say you have a pretend daughter.
Yeah, high school sounds about right.
Are you stealing pictures of my daughter from Facebook and posting them as your own picture, your own daughter on Instagram?
That would be weird.
Okay, just wondering if you're into that whole digital.
Although somehow your pictures are linked to the Knicks Instagram, so I have the option of posting your kids' pics on the Knicks Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I clicked. I took a picture, and I went to post it, and I went to gallery, and it's like the picture I just took, and then like 400 of like your kids' pics.
Post them.
I was running through the 6 with my whoa. You know how that style go. See, I'm sure you're glad I'm reading all these now.
I couldn't even figure out how to look that up on the internet to figure out what he's saying. Go on.
William now is asking questions.
Okay.
If you guys could go back in time and change your major in college, what would you change it to?
I wouldn't change to engineering.
I'd probably do some sort of computer programming.
Actually, yeah, computer science.
We're of the age where we would have been like the first computer scientists, like been making bank right now.
Yeah, I feel like that would have paid off. I think computers have taken off.
We would have been making like $200,000-300,000 at this point.
Yeah.
What is Mark's first gay experience?
Later tonight when I go over Jay's place.
Has Mark or Jay ever had a gay man try to hook up with them, and what was their reaction? Did you guys react aggressive, like get away from me, FA?
What's FA stand for?
I don't know.
Is it another acronym I don't know about?
Could be. I don't know this one either.
Shaking my head thing.
Maybe he left out the G.
I remember hitting on a girl at night and finding out she was a lesbian or just really wasn't interested in me.
That's not a gay man.
That's not really. I guess not really a gay man. I don't really have a gay experience to talk about.
I wore a lot of crazy outfits in college, like shiny shirts and silver pants and stuff. So I had guys try and dance with me fairly often, and I would just say I'm not gay, and it was very cordial.
I went to a friend's birthday party maybe a year or so ago, and it was at a gay bar, and it was just him and a couple of dudes, and it was in Astoria.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It was Jay's birthday party.
Yeah. Where I accidentally picked a gay lounge for my birthday party. Yeah.
Accidentally.
William writes, jet fuel does not burn steel beams. Tell them, Mark. Mark is the one that needs to be told that.
Yeah. You remember, I believe it was Al-Qaeda, and Jay believes it was the mole men.
Hey, Jay, I can fix the live podcast software. I just need access to your phone number and social security number. Thank you. Now that,
Okay, that's cool. Respond.
Now that Mark has an iPhone, how is he managing all the HD porn he can watch? Now all the pegging fantasies he likes or bestiality? Pegging?
What's pegging?
I don't know what pegging is.
Google pegging on your computer.
Absolutely not. Is that like porn with peg-legged women?
That would be awesome. I might look that up later. I do like the idea of having my own personal device for such searches. I think the phone's awesome. I'm so hooked on the iPhone. Apple was right. They have a good product. We should invest in them.
Who is more astig, badass in Filipino language, Liam Neeson or Steven Seagal?
Liam Neeson. Well, in real life, Steven Seagal would probably beat the crap out of Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I'd say Liam Neeson. I mean, that guy started an action movie career at the age of like 45. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, no, that was movie wise, I think he definitely wins.
Mark, since you have an iPhone, I recommend you playing the tank game Iron Force. It's so addicting and really cool.
Okay, I'm never gonna download that. I don't have any games on here. I don't know. I'm not a big game person.
If you got offered $334,
What games do you have in yours on your phone besides Candy Crush?
I have Threes, which is kind of like a puzzle game. That's really all I don't really play anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get into playing games. I don't know. But I also don't know if I just don't want to be that person on the commute, like sitting there, like playing game. I don't know. It just seems bad. What's the next question?
If you got offered $334 for the Brink of Sanity name, would you sell it? You would have to erase any content you have with the Brink of Sanity name.
So erase the entire podcast for $334.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no to that, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to say no to that, too.
You're going to have to up that ante to buy off the Brink of Sanity.
We'll
take bids for next show.
Why is the show called...
Much, Jay, how much would you have to take? How much money would you have to be offered to delete all Nick's podcast and all Brink of Sanity and do no more podcasting ever again?
It would definitely be in the thousands.
Yeah, so this will offer you $2,000.
No, it would probably have to be like five figures.
$2,000.50. That's five figures. 10 grand.
10 grand, I might. I don't know. I really like podcasting, though.
Would that be a really weird, like, suddenly the donations start coming in from the fans? They're like, we really like the show, but we want to see, would you do it, Jay?
Yeah. Why is the show called The Brink of Sanity, by the way?
I have no idea. That came up before Jay. This is Jay, not me.
Something I came up with like 5 minutes before we recorded our first episode. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of catchy. There's really no story behind it.
It's also good in the sense of like it's not like there's not another Brink of Sanity thing out there. So
right.
You kind of want something to be unique.
Ali writes, Iron Man versus Captain America in Civil War. Who do you guys side with? And do you think the movie will follow the comics because the comic was so good and Marvel doesn't have the rights to all the superheroes in the comic?
Why is the Iron Man in the Civil War?
Basically, all the superheroes took sides. The government wanted to register all superheroes because they were causing a lot of damage and stuff. So Iron Man is the pro-registration side, and Captain America is the we should not be registered side.
Okay, they're not part of like the American Revolution, American Civil War.
No, and then like it got really heated, and then it turned into like a huge battle with all the superheroes, and that's what I think Captain America 3 is going to be.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like Captain America was like pro-slavery.
No. He was like, we're not going to register ourselves because that's like, why should we be discriminated against?
Were any of the Captain America movies good so far?
Yeah, they were both good. The second one was better than the first one.
You probably should answer that. What was the question?
Whose side would you take? Iron Man's or Captain America's?
I'm gonna take Captain America.
Yeah,
Sweet
it's Captain
Iron Man.
America's side too.
Yeah.
Best villain in a movie, not just superhero. For me, it's Denzel in Training Day. Performance plus not knowing if he's good or bad all the way up to the final scene. I love villains who you can't tell if they're good or bad and are morally wrong, but you totally sympathize and understand them.
That's a pretty good one.
That is a good one, yeah.
But especially because you didn't think he was a bad guy till the end.
Mm-hmm.
The Professional.
I don't know that one.
It's a really good movie. What's the hell's his name? You think of another one, I'll tell you who it is. Gary Oldman. That's who he is. That's what the he's badass. How about Kaiser Soze?
Kaiser Soze was really good. I liked the bad guy in the first Die Hard movie.
He was good, not amazing, but yeah. Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator was a good one.
Like, what are really good bad guys? Skeletor in the He-Man movie.
I gotta watch. I'm not sure if I ever even saw that.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. Like the live-action one movie.
Mm-hmm.
From back in the day. That was actually pretty good. I remember a long time ago. What other movies have really good bad guys? Well, Dr. Evil.
No.
Come on.
Oh yeah. What was his name? James Bond. He had what was the name of the guy the Asian guy who had like the hat? He had like the steel rimmed hat that he was like.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. They made fun of him in the Austin Power movie.
Was that Odd Job?
Yeah, Odd Job.
Jaws was really cool too. Jaws, the James Bond, not the shark.
I'm gonna go with the shark on this one. What about like a Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger's awesome. Yep. Freddy Krueger's really good. Shredder,
yes. Especially the one where the Ninja Turtles are from space.
With Paul Walker passing away, do you think they should just end the Fast and Furious franchise, recast him? I mean, I know he's not the focal part of the franchise, but without him, it just doesn't feel right, especially since he was there from the beginning.
They should just recast him and keep making them.
They should have stopped making those movies at like 1.
I think they should make up to like 30 of them because they keep making more and more money. So that's actually obviously the economic reason to make them.
Yeah.
And just everyone in Hollywood probably is like, what the fuck? I like worked so hard and this Fast and Furious 18 just made $100 million.
I'm just shocked that series does good.
I feel like it's just like there are people who see the movie and everyone else who hates the movies and just angry they're even being made. So I saw part 2. I like part 2. And I can't believe they're making. I think the like most recent one made the most money yet.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make those movies for a long time.
Okay. We're almost done. We have like 3 more.
Okay.
By the way, Mark, how are the wife and kids gone insane yet? We should get your wife on the show so she could tell embarrassing stories about you and how terrible you are with kids, especially yours.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna be on the show any day now to tell these stories. I'll just tell you the stories about me being bad with my kids.
You guys should go see Straight Outta Compton with Mark wearing a Straight Outta Long Island t-shirt and then come on the show and give a review.
Can I, instead of a Straight Outta Long Island, can I say Straight Outta Strong Island shirt?
Ugh. At what point are TV sizes getting too big? I think 60, 70 inches smart TV is perfect for any normal person. I am seeing like 100-inch TVs at Best Buy. Is this even necessary?
I have a 42-inch TV in my living room. It's kind of fine. How much bigger do I really even need a 60-inch TV?
Only if you have like a huge room.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's
like if you have a huge room, like a 40-inch might look small, but for a normal average sized room, I have a 46 and it's great.
You know what the best part is? I have a 42-inch TV. I'm watching a lot, like half the stuff lately, on my iPhone. This is like if I'm trying to find the smallest screen in the house to watch everything.
Best new TV shows right now. Not a lot of good TV shows, but Mr. Robot is definitely the next Breaking Bad. You guys should really check it out. It's like Fight Club meets The Matrix.
I'm going to check this out. Jay's recommendation has won me over. I'm going to watch this.
I watched the first 2 episodes today. I'm really liking it.
Is it as good as the Jim Gaffigan show?
Way better.
Is it as good as Scream, the TV show?
You're going to have to tell me, because I will not watch that.
Is it as good as Donald Trump, the GOP debates? That got 24 million people watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a spectacle.
It was hilarious.
Last question by Greg. Do you believe in God?
Let's see. We got 60 questions for our Brink of Sanity podcast. Must be a God, or must not be a God. I don't know. I believe there might be a higher power, but not like in the classical God sense.
Okay.
What about you?
Ooh.
Apparently you should not say no, Jay. There's a sign from God.
That's what I get for trying to fix the audio.
Yeah.
No.
No. On that, Jay's saying there is no God. We will end the show. You think if you went back in time to September 1st, 2001, you could convince everyone that you'd stop 9/11?
Well, I don't know who did it.
I thought you knew it was Bush and the Mole Men. Do you think like how much time, like knowing that you can go back in time, could you stop 9/11? Like, and how much time would you need?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody would listen to me.
Well, that's the idea. Obviously, it's not like you go there and be like, I'm going to tell everyone I'm just going to present myself to the entire America today and let you know what's going on. Yeah, obviously you're going to have some issues getting people to listen to you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would work at all. They might just say you're crazy. Shut up. I don't know. Let's say 3 months.
Okay, what if you went back in time to the MTV Video Awards? Could you stop Kanye from interrupting Taylor Swift?
No, there's no stopping that.
Okay. Let me ask another question about that. Was it really Kanye, or was it someone else? Like maybe it was Al Qaeda interrupted Taylor Swift. Do we really know it was Kanye?
Yeah, that was Kanye.
Because I want to talk more about that. My conspiracy, it wasn't Kanye. Okay. I think it was the Bush administration that interrupted Taylor Swift.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. What did we learn today, Jay?
Would you guys like to become Choculasts? We worship Count Chocula.
Sure.
All right. What did we learn?
Yes. Best breakfast cereal.
I really like fruit and yogurt Special K.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a big fan. I like the chocolate Special K. Okay, what did we learn today?
We learned that you are echoing in the live room, and I literally have no idea how to fix it, even though I spent all episode trying to multitask and fix it.
I know. You sounded the entire episode like you were doing something else.
Sorry.
Why don't you just bail on the live show and do an episode instead of figure it out another time?
Well, at what point are we going to, like...
We're never going to get this to work. Just every show you'll try to do it, fail, and we'll keep going with the show.
People donated money. I got to try and make this work.
Yeah, at the you're trying to make it work at the expense of the actual show.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to do about it. Well, if somebody knows what to do about it,
You should
let me
spend
know.
every show trying to figure it out, and that's what you should do. Every show during the show, don't concentrate on the show. Concentrate on working on figuring it out.
Unbelievable.
Does anyone in the audience have any? Like, is there anywhere you can why? Like, is there another chat room you can go to besides Ustream?
Not now that I bought this program for $300.
Oh, it's only a Ustream strips program?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh. Was there a customer service?
I guess, but I'm gonna have them like log into the room with you because it sounds my audio sounds fine.
I don't understand. Not like I have something opened.
I don't know. I've been hearing that my audio sounds fine and yours is bad.
You know what's a good way to make prank calls? You know, to get them to call you, if you go on to Edmunds.com for cars and you say you're interested in a car, like 5 car dealers will call you in 5 minutes.
Huh.
We just do that. We just give the phone number for Brink.
Interesting.
There's got to be a way to without having them come on for our show, for them to give you some advice about what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody help us.
I've got nothing for you because I obviously have no idea how to do this.
Yeah, we need help. Okay. What else did we learn?
We learned that Jay has a dark past. But he's talked about it on the show 150 episodes ago, so he's not going to explain again.
We learned that Harry...
We just do a show where I interview you about your life, Jay.
Sure.
Apparently, I don't know a lot about you, and apparently you set a lot of fires.
You don't know the half of it. Well, we learned that Harry, William, and Rosera are the same person.
We learned that we have gone from having 3 questions an episode to 60.
Yet we only have literally 5 people posting those.
I'm shocked how many questions they're putting up.
Yeah, I got to give them credit for at least coming up with a lot of them.
Topics for us.
All right, that's it. Thanks for listening. We'll be back. I think we're going to do a show this week.
We're doing Nick's on Sunday, right?
Doing Nick's on Sunday. Peter is going to come on the show sometime this week too, so we'll figure that out. Anyway, thanks for listening. You can email us, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. You can leave a voicemail, 631-676-1181. And what do we got? Instagram, The Brink of Sanity. Twitter, Brink of Sanity 3. We are still not on Pinterest.
We're on Tinder, though, right? So Greg wrote a reply to your posting saying he can't connect.
I'm not dealing with this anymore. It's late. I'm getting cranky. I don't give a shit.
Jay, this Ustream, you've been trying to get Ustream to work forever.
If anybody knows what the hell to do for the live room, I'm getting real pissed. Getting really pissed off at this stuff.
Come on, Jay just wants everyone to see his face while we talk. Can you just make this happen for us?
I mean, this is getting real aggravating.
It's been going on for a while now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back soon.
Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.